Okay, we'll call the finance meeting to order. Thank you everyone for coming in. I want to welcome Sue with us here today for our finance meeting. Is there any conflicts of interest? Seeing none. Can I get approval of the agenda? Moved by Councillor Ramsey, second by Councillor Duffy. We're going to do we're going to add an item to the agenda, just an update as. Okay, just, we have an update from the managers. We can add that on to the bottom of the list. Adoption of the minutes from our last meeting, August 3rd, moved by Councillor Ramsey, second by Councillor Rivard. Thank you. Move into tenders, 5A, emergency preparedness. Okay.
Yes, actually, Paul is going to be available to answer any questions. So these started, they've been in the capital budget for quite a couple of years now. So Paul's been working on getting these generators for City Hall and the Kent Street Fire Station, the police station, and Maple Avenue Hall. There was 3 submissions. And really what it comes down to is warranties, 3 to 5 years, the service and maintenance and so on. So he has recommended that we go with, I'm sorry, my notes are,
Sansom Equipment Limited.
right.
Sansom.
Yeah, the bid is low bid by about $29,000. It offers the lowest 3-year and 5-year maintenance contract costs, and a couple other items that he deems were important. So he's just asking for a recommendation for this to be forwarded to council.
Okay, thank you. Any questions or comments on that resolution?
Mr. Chair, just one thing for council's information is that the delivery date is 50 weeks. So it'll be this time next year before we see these arriving. And that was taken into consideration by Paul and the engineer who, nobody's offering it any earlier.
Mr. Chair, if you don't mind.
Yes.
So Donna, or Nancy, I guess, would this be out of 2022, 2023 budget or the following years? As you said, 50 weeks, that's almost a year, correct?
It says here 22-23 budget.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, okay. I didn't read that part. Okay, thank you.
Okay, so we're okay moving that on to council? Perfect, okay. Thank you. The next one is a Public Works resolution.
The Public Works Committee did not have the opportunity to review the sidewalk construction, so they'll be looking at that next week.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Nancy, do you have something different? That's what I heard yesterday.
Sorry.
This is for the sidewalk construction.
No, I'm sorry. I understand this is for the police department furniture and office upgrades.
Yep.
I'm sorry? I'm looking at the wrong one.
So there is a quote from Atlantic Business Interiors, and they believe, the police services believe that these upgrades will provide adequate working space for the police officers on duty and create new office space required within the police services. As you know, they have done some hiring in recent months. So it is recommended that the upgrades be approved. There's quite a list of, the whole quote is attached, so it's quite a bit of reading.
Councillor Rivard had his question or comment?
I'm assuming this was identified during the budget talks, the potential of needing new furniture and stuff, or is this money being allocated differently? How's?
I have not been told any different, so I assume this is part. We do budget different amounts for various public buildings, or municipal buildings. So I assume that this would be included in in those prices in the 2022-23 budget. Typically, if additional funds are required, it is noted, or they come and talk to me.
Mr. Chair, it does say that it was budgeted for in the capital budget in the report.
I just didn't remember talking about this during the budget year. That's why I was just asking if it was
Yeah.
something that was kind of new or if this was something.
Well, that's okay,
That
because
was
I read
planned.
this an hour ago and I didn't remember, so.
Any other questions or comments? Okay, so we're okay with that one moving on to council as well. Got people nodding their heads, okay. Moving to 5B, the sidewalk construction. Donna just gave us an update there that Public Works didn't have a chance to review that yet, so that's still kind of pending review. Next one, the City Hall foundation work.
That's right, and that is still pending review also.
All right, thank you. Move on to 5C. Group here, posted but not closed. You'll see the dates beside them. Snow removal services closes the 7th, which I guess is tomorrow? Yesterday. Okay. So we'll probably see that next month, I'm assuming.
Mr. Chair, I would expect they'll probably try and take that. Mr. Chair, I expect when Public Works meet, they'll probably, to deal with the others, they'll probably try and do that and then circulate to you so that it can be awarded at the council meeting, if possible.
Okay.
Mr. Chair, did we not, is there not, when we signed on for snow removal, was there not a contract 1, 2, 3 years? Is this saying this is the end of that contract? Just for my own brain cells, Leos?
I'm unsure how previous, I'm not sure, I can certainly find out, Counselor. This one is, they're looking for a 5-year contract.
Yeah, because I always thought, because we don't go year to year, correct? We usually, there's usually a contract there, and that's all I was just wondering, that's all. So if you can find that out, maybe Nancy would be better.
Certainly.
Thank you.
Okay. Second one, search and recruitment, the CAO September 14th, so we're not quite there yet. Carry sidewalk repair and replacement, again, that doesn't close until the 14th of September, just letting us know that it's out there. Again, the 14th of September, demolition of the Simmons Pool and Arena.
If I may add an update there, that actual closing date has been extended until September 21st.
All right, so I think we're okay with that. We have a governance review by the City of Charlottetown closing September 15th. If there's any questions or comments on the ones that haven't closed yet, we can ask them now, but seeing no questions. Do you want to do your verbal update? Okay.
I just wanted to provide an update on our annual audit. It was scheduled to start on August 15th, and it did. It started on that Monday. The auditors are here. They're working on-site and off-site, depending on the day. We're moving along. The deadline to have the audited financial statements filed with the province is October 15th. Our goal is to have them to the CAO by September 30th. That's my update.
Okay, thank you. Any, pretty straightforward. The two resolutions that are on everyone's desk, I guess they get added on into, they're both from the utility department. I know they get emailed out. We have a paper copy here. We can go through them. Mount Edwards Road Booster Station upgrade. I'm not sure if there's any questions or comments on that resolution, but like I say, that was emailed out. Councillor Ramsey.
Just the two resolutions that I thought we were going to try and get them in, or like we've been receiving not only from this department, but from a lot of departments. Sometimes we get them at the last minute. And I thought that we're sort of hoping that we would get it, or it'll be discussed earlier, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Like instead of having something arrive on our desk, and then all of a sudden, you approve it or you don't approve it, which to be approved, but is it that pushed on certain departments that, they got to come out the 18th hour, I guess? Yeah, I'm just asking.
Yeah, yes, it is that pushed. It's not just being pushed by us, it's also being pushed by the engineers who are reviewing the materials as well. We do try to get them to, especially this finance committee is built for Monday so that we can get it to council. So sometimes it just seems to be impossible to get it together. We do make every effort, and we do try to schedule them. I think you'll find that, as you noted on the main agenda, there's a number of them closing 14th, 15th, which we'll get to the third week of the second council meeting of the month. So, but these two, I know that they were working on them, and they just didn't fit our timetable.
Thank you.
And just a further note, that's why I sent them early this morning, so that you would have potentially the opportunity to review them before our noon meeting.
Yeah, like, and I'm not going to beat it to death. He just said, my point is that if these RFPs are already out there, and then all of a sudden, before we have a meeting, we're receiving them, like let's say Parks Recreation or Soil and Water or Public Works, wherever it is, like they know they're in the hopper. Like maybe if it went to the CAO first, a week before or something like that, because I think you and I discussed this, Donna, probably a couple months ago, why things are landing, and then all of a sudden we're supposed to vote on it. That's my only question. Thank you.
It is an issue, but sometimes it can't be avoided, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you. The next one that was emailed out earlier today from the utility department was the Riverside Water Main tender. So we do have a paper copy on our desk if there's any questions or comments regarding that tender. Okay.
Mr. Chair, you will note that this one was significantly over budget. That the budget amount was $910,000, and it's $1.6 million. And that they were able to find a savings of $150,000+, so the tender will be for $1.481 million. This is a three-way split between the federal, provincial, and municipal government. But just to make sure you did pick up on that.
Yeah, no, thank you. Looks like we're okay to move that on to council. Okay. Is there anything else for discussion in the open session before we move into closed? Okay, don't see anything, so I just need a motion to move into closed session, moved by Councillor Ramsey, second by Councillor Rivard. Thank you. Okay. Just need a motion to adjourn. Moved by Counselor Ramsey, second by Counselor Duffy. Thank you very much, everyone.